Hi, people.
Wait till they happen. Things are really happening.
What things they happen?
In the streets, of course. Oh my God. So, I really wanted to share this story here. I think we all can relate. That's because we have been through that. We've experienced that. So, you know what? When I got engaged, right, I was so excited to begin that new phase, that new chapter. I was super, super excited. I had my doubts, my fears. I was like, okay, so I'm going to move. I start over. I'll just start, arranging my life to suit that environment.
Yeah.
But that did not take away the excitement, which is obviously there. And I have this one person tell me, so you're going to move? No, you just move enough. You leave this publicity and go to a much calmer place. I could tell she was saying that from, I wouldn't say a condescending place, but she was trying to say, how am I going to leave this publicity and then move to a much calmer place? Not quite
concerned.
Right. So, and I was like, well, it's easier because I'm moving with someone I truly love, right?
Yeah.
But you cannot take away that reality that you're actually moving. You are kind of shedding away what you know almost as second nature to move in terms of marriage. So it was a lot. And I know a lot of women who are moving from love are going through this or have gone through this phase in their life. So these are the issues.
So today's conversation is one that resonates with a lot of people, a lot of us. So we'll be talking about moving and finding passion while at it. So even if you're moving from your neighborhood, you're traveling to a new city, abroad, or whatever, it comes with challenges, it comes with struggles, it comes with growth even. It comes with a lot of things, and we're going to be dissecting it today. Joining us is the beautiful Chioma Chizurum. She's a mom, a wife, a businesswoman, a passionate art lover, and an artist also. She takes up the name Jew Press, which represents her art. And we are here. She's going to give us the lowdown of the whole thing, how she moved and how she had to reconnect with her passion while at it. Welcome,
the
Chioma.
beautiful Gypress.
Hi.
We're in your elements.
Maybe I'm shy.
I know, right? But I think we're at your own safe space. This is your element. We are here to speak the language of art.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And your elements is
Oh my God, thank you so much. So, I'm so happy you guys made me here. And the setup, everything was so seamless. I thought about, coming to my studio, how do we navigate this?
Yeah.
But they made it
work.
Yeah.
You did. You played a huge role in getting us to this point.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, because she was, she was up and doing, you need this, what do you need? How do you get this?
I just have to make this work. I'm a very big fan of the Enigma woman. I mean, I like everything that they represent.
Thank you.
And so far, the work has been amazing.
Yeah.
So now I am a guest on the show, but you're a guest in my studio.
Yes.
So,
what a dynamic.
Yeah. So I love this. And so we have to delve right into.
What was it like for you to move to a different place? Entirely different city.
Okay, so I think I need to write like a mini book
on moving, right?
On moving, because it's something I never would have thought I would do. Because
really?
I was born in Lagos. I've lived in Lagos my whole life. And then I had to go to school in the East. But I always come back to Lagos. I don't know anywhere else, So moving from Lagos to Abuja. Abuja is the north. I barely have family here. And I was optimistic moving. I know, someone in love and knowing that, okay, it's marriage bringing you here. It's not like it's work. So I had in mind that, okay, and maybe I'll say my consolation that, okay, I was going to relax, have a good time.
Yeah.
When I'm moving and arriving and leaving, oh my God.
Yeah, I know
it's not been the same for me, but I have moved past that now.
Yeah.
So I want to consider myself like a serious resident of this place.
I know. Especially with marriage,
Yeah.
having to move with marriage, especially the women folks. We've been there, especially those who have to move. Like you're married, you're getting married, and then you leave everything. It's even harder if you've already got a thriving business or a thriving career. That place is second nature to you. And then we women, we do a lot of sacrifice. You have to leave that
what
place.
you're used to.
Yes, and then move.
So about that, I would say I took a very, very bold move. I mean, I had so much going on in Lagos. I had my logistics business.
Thriving.
It was thriving up until the point where, shortcomings from taxes, having to manage people who are beyond managing, work with people who don't even want to work there. They just want to survive. They want to be busy, leave their house today, go somewhere and just chill and zero work ethics. So having all that, I could deal with it. I mean, it's Lagos. I mean, one or two side hustles keep the show running. So I didn't mind. And then Lagos being a completely different place from Abuja. Abuja made me very relaxed. I wouldn't say relaxed in the sense that, okay, maybe because I just got married and then I'm relaxing. No. The air. Like,
there's something about
there's just something that's so calm. Nobody's shouting at the top of their voices when they want to address you. Nobody's trying to. It's not like I'm deaf. They want to.
I know.
Nobody's pouring frustration at the end of the day. People are not jumping buses. I mean, the most I could see that could resonate with, I think maybe they are long. But in Lagos is Molwe. So you have to jump buses to this place, to this place. It's like a cheaper and, efficient option. But Abuja, you have to book rides. You have to make reservations.
That's happening now.
Like, what is this? It's like I'm in a different zone entirely. But adapt. Trust me, adaptation is number one thing I know I can do. I even think it's even a thing that Lagos have put in me.
Okay.
The ability to just
adapt.
Yeah, keep it running. You don't have to sit down and wait for anybody to tell you, okay, you don't like this place, so what should we do about it? You just have to keep moving. So that's what I did coming to Abuja, and I decided to forget about that life I had.
did you feel like it lost to you? You know why I see that? Because I read somewhere and it says when you move, it feels like a mini death because you are
shed some part of
you are losing a part of you, especially the one that you've known for maybe the better part of your life, and then you have to leave. So what was it like? Did you feel like a loss that you have to grieve?
Okay, as someone that I am that very has regrets, I didn't count it a loss. In fact, I counted it a lesson that was going to push me forward. I've always been very ambitious. Completely ambitious. It's like a thing in my family. You don't know how to relax. I also think it's something I need to drop because not relaxing has its downside. I mean, I wouldn't want to slump one day and just die because I want to keep working. But that's like a Lagos thing. I mean, in Lagosian, they don't know how to just have their back and do
we always talk about relaxing. I think one of the episodes about distressing.
So I'm there to relax, but it taught me that you're relaxing doesn't mean you're wasting time. But then when I was in Lagos, any day I don't go out,
you feel unproductive.
Oh my God! Even if it's raining and it's flooded, I will go out. I will carry my slippers on my hand and I walk barefooted in the water. Because I feel like there's two people out there who need my services. My bikes need to run. But here, sometimes it rains and you don't even know it rained. I mean, we have like great road networks and all that drainage. So I don't even know it rained. And then I was like, what's in the apple? This is not what I'm used to. It made me so chill. It'll be raining all day and I'll just be at home drinking tea. Like, this is a complete opposite. This is something that I would have seen someone doing when I was in Lagos. I'm like, this one never started. You know, I would think someone in Lagos, they're relaxing. I do miss Lagos. Even till now, I miss Lagos. I have my family there. I mean, from the kind of family where we always see each other, like we're in our faces.
Yeah.
I'm around my siblings are around me. They work day jobs. I see them all the time. But now I don't get to see them. It's just family work. You know, my friends now.
That too. Yeah.
And having to make new friends in a new environment, and it's like romance, like talking stage. You know,
That's serious.
Yes, it's like talking stage, like having to make brand new friends.
Explain the person what you like.
Dislike.
You know, it's now what we that
Write a book and just give them.
Yes.
Read about me.
That's the point. I was like, maybe I should just prepare like a PDF. And like everyone says, I want to get to know. Say, oh, take that.
You'll get to me later.
Yeah, when you get to the end
in the middle or at the end.
When you get to the end, we cannot discuss. Like we know if we're compatible.
Yeah. You know what?
Behind.
When you said something about family, for me, coming from a big family, it was a lot to do. You know, because I've always had, in fact, it felt like I was detaching from them when I had to move, you know, because of marriage. You know, I've always had, thank God for technology, but I've always had my siblings. Like, we always bond, we talk, you know, and then having to move to a city where there's no sibling there. You know, there's a difference between having your sibling in a city. You don't see every day, but there's this sense of
that they are there.
That
city
always available.
Yes.
You know, your siblings are available. Well, I used to have this thing with my sisters. I have 2 sisters, and we have days when we distress.
Okay.
We go out and we have drinks somewhere, and we're not even talking about stuff or discussing family problems or whatever. We're just enjoying our company. I actually never knew how priceless those moments were until I moved.
I know.
I didn't have the luxury of time to see who are even the people I'm sitting down with to even do all these things. Like, the dynamics are different for people living here. And Abuja here, you hear brunch. Let's go to the park. Let's
who are those that will sit down
let's
with you
go to fairs. Let's like, these are not even my people.
Yeah.
So I had to find my people all over again.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 years, and so far it's been one hell of a ride.
I know how that can be.
So
let's even talk about the part of, you know, married women that have to move, even when the situation does not, you know, benefit them moving.
Yeah.
Let me explain shortly. You see situations where, you know, a man and a woman meet and they're about to get married, and then there's this silent agreement that you did not sign up for.
Yeah.
But the silent agreement that you as a woman
unwritten rule.
Yeah. You as the woman have to move.
Yeah.
And then here's the most interesting part. In some situations, some dynamic, it is more beneficial if the man moves.
Yeah.
But you hear that no, the woman has to move.
Yes.
You know, what are your thoughts about that?
Okay, so moving for me, I didn't think about all those things. In fact, these were thoughts that came later, and I was like, moving? I'm coming to Abuja with no business plan, with nothing set aside for me to just come and jump right into. So the fear of the unknown that I had in my mind became a thing when I settled in. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Where am I going to start from? In fact, when reality hit
The
me,
realization
was when I started gaining weight.
Oh.
Sitting home. And I was like, no. Where's my degree? I actually did study psychology.
Oh.
Yes, maybe I should, think about something, do like a little job search, something, and it wasn't coming. Because it was like an impulsive thought. There is no planning behind it.
Yeah.
This is not
You're
a
yearning
climb
for something. You want to do something.
My heart wants something.
Yeah.
And I know that this is not a climb. Nigeria is not a place where you can just dust your CV and say, okay, my CV come out. Okay, where's my certificate? Let me go and look for a job. I'll get a job. You also tired. You would not see.
Because I've had a lot of cases. For instance, there's this particular woman we met at she came for International Women's Day conference that we did this year. So she was saying, we're discussing, and she was saying she's so happy that she came on that particular day.
Event.
Because she moved to this city and she doesn't know anyone. She has been by herself and
It's
she has
just
just been, and you know that thing can be depressing sometimes.
Yes,
because
yes,
you're trying
it
to
is.
make
Of
new
course,
friends.
it is.
You're trying to get to know people around.
And then you're
trying to be
also
careful.
trying to not lose communication with the people you left behind.
Exactly.
And in most cases, those friends you left behind, in most cases, turn to faded memories.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
they'll move on.
They say-
life has happened.
They say
they'll move on.
absence makes the heart grow fonder. That is a lie. In fact, for me, once you're out of sight, you're out of mind.
Out of mind.
I don't even remember
It's just
that
a
this
natural
person
thing.
is functioning outside of this or this is happening to them, because I'm just so engrossed in finding myself at the moment.
Yeah.
So how do I even keep up with them? But if I know that, okay, this my friend is like a stone throw from me, or they are like, okay, even if I know I can call you, but I can see you. I can tell you, okay, please, let's see. In the next 24 hours, we can see.
Yeah.
But how do I want to see my Lagos friends in the next 24 hours? Who am I? How am I in which? Do I teleport to them? Or
No, I understand because with moving, you don't just lose your environment or your daily routine.
That's why I say
you lose
shed
the
some part of
people.
it.
Yes.
You lose the people
Most of the time.
You will.
Yeah. So
You know the thing where you're in Lagos with your friends and family, and there's like hot gist, or like there's something that you need to know, and you know it's not like you act like something to your life, but I mean some kind of vitality, you know. So there is something, and because they will just pick up the phone and call you, you might not pick up or you're busy. It passes. But right now you're here with your friends, and there's something is happening, and you guys are, and these are things that make life better.
yeah.
You know? So it might be it might be relevant, but to me, I mean, it's like some kind of juice.
Yeah.
I need to be around my people. I need to be in touch with my people. But then moving changes all that. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You moved for love.
Yeah.
You cannot say, okay, because I'm not so sure about you, I'm sure about my people. Let me go back and make my people. I mean,
I read somewhere about
Okay.
silent resentment.
Yeah.
You're not resenting your lover or your spouse, right? For moving.
Yeah.
You're just resenting that you left something. Is that a thing?
Yes. I was even
good.
trying to circle back to your question.
Yeah.
So I know this lady, she used to live abroad. So she had everything going on for her. She was traveling, she was working, she was traveling to other countries and things like that until she met her husband and got married. So they wanted to agree. Okay, it was years ago. So because I know it is Nigeria now
today.
Nobody will
move
going to
abroad.
decide, okay, let's just move there.
Yeah.
But they agreed.
Yeah.
And the husband said, don't worry, I'll take care of you, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Which is fine.
I think I actually have my own fair share of that. I'm going to my,
Yeah.
They agreed and they moved. Years later, she's not entirely happy.
Yeah.
Of course, she loves her husband. They have a beautiful home together.
Yeah.
But she has that, I won't call it resentment because like that is going to be like a big...
Yeah, I
that.
think it's an ache.
Yeah.
It's
resentment.
Yeah.
Resentment doesn't have to be the person.
Towards the person,
the
right?
situation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Like
like
the
you were in
events
better
surrounding
place,
that.
Yes.
but you move and, years later, you begin to ask yourself, what if we had actually stayed? Like, because better.
Yeah.
The opportunities there would have been better,
Yeah.
greater, or even like made things easier for them. Although they have it easy, but like very good.
Well, that's the thing about marriage. Like when you decide that you want to unite with somebody, you're uniting with their differences, with the inconveniences that come with being with them, with a whole lot of other things that came back in for. But you just have to deal with it. So,
And it goes either ways anyway.
Yes, it does, because we are the one talking about experiences and don't talk once it happens both ways.
Yeah.
So for me, I had a certain kind of freedom before I got married. And I wouldn't say my wings are clipped. I wouldn't use that. But I started life pretty early, doing businesses and, a whole bunch of other things to get going. And I used to travel. Yeah, a lot. Spontaneously. Nigeria was, I wouldn't say like A1, but it's good. Yeah, you could travel on a budget and have a great time. You could travel and it'd be like traveling like group packages where you have like 2 people per share in sharing a space in a room and all that. But you're having like a whole different experience from being here. and I loved that, and I could afford that. Then I'm not saying affordability is a problem. I'm saying that being married now, you have to share certain ideas. You might want to go somewhere and your spouse doesn't want to go there.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and again, the responsibilities of having children and
at
being
the same
with them.
time, and you could also want to travel, and then there is work, or he's like, on my calendar, on my calendar, I can't travel at this time. And then I could make those sort of decisions on my own before I got married. I could just say, okay, maybe then we're dating. I could just say, oh, I'm so tired. It's like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want this? Do you want that? Like, I'm just searching trips now. I'm looking for where to go to. And before you know, I have booked my trip to Rwanda. I'm trying to, make reservations for Kenya. I want to go to like certain places because I feel like
Cape Town.
Right now I can do it. I'm young. I'm in a relationship, but I can do these things. There are no restrictions. There are no thinking.
Strict business.
Marriage is business. It's not the business. It's not the transactional kind of business, but
strict.
Exactly. So you have to agree with someone and make sure you guys are both in line with the decision. And this has to be planned like this. Do you want to take the child along? Do you want to?
Speaking of children now, see how, marriage and children and responsibilities has kind of restricted that spontaneity, right? Let's even look at children who have to move all the time because their parents are moving. Right, maybe for a new job or a set of greener pastures, but they just have to move.
So every time they leave themselves behind, pick up new habits, new friends.
So I wonder how it is for kids who have to move all the time. And plus, because when you move as an adult, it's more like you have a say in that.
Yes.
But with the kids, you don't have a say.
They can't even question it because it's like anywhere below
because they're with their parents. So like they're not.
Look at their caregivers. We don't have caregivers. We can make decisions.
No, but it's going to be. I wonder what it is emotionally for them.
For me, because I moved a lot when I was younger.
You did?
Yeah, my parents.
Wow.
That we did. So for me, I'll categorize it in different ways. Maybe emotional. Social wise. Maybe even education. There was a lot of it for you. For me, me personally, I love to travel. So that was there was a good side. Yeah, there was excitement to it. So there's a good side, and also the flip side, which will affect children generally. So my family, we moved from the east then to Lagos. We had to leave where we grew up, where I've known for how many years, more than a decade. And to me, it was fun. Do you know why it was fun for me? Because I was in boarding school already.
Yeah, so
I just went straight from boarding school
to another boarding school.
No, not another boarding school. Just moved to another city entirely. Maybe because I was not really used to that particular place.
Because of the confinement.
In boarding school. So I loved it. In fact, my parents wanted, especially my mom, she wanted me to stay in boarding school. I said, no, I can't be in a different city entirely from you guys. And that's even what you said. Because I was okay staying in the boarding school with them being in the same city. Although I'm not even seeing them. But immediately they moved. I said, no, I can't be in a boarding school in a different city and you guys are somewhere else. So
they feel far away.
So I had to go. And it affected me. I'm not even going to lie, academic wise, because you're trying to catch up. You're trying to, you're changing friends, you're changing teachers.
You're like in a new class.
And you're trying to make friends. You're trying to
so for every time you move, you're trying to adapt. So there's no.
Me personally, I went to 4 different secondary schools.
So imagine adapting.
4. For
6 years, you had taught 4 different
in different places. And do you know just days ago, I reconnected with one of my friends from one of the schools I went to. And she was just crying. She said, where have you been? I've been searching for you. I've been looking for you.
What it is.
Honestly, because...
So you have different people who have experienced differently.
What different schools. Yes, I have friends in different... I'll tell you this, my friend from secondary school. Which of these secondary schools?
4.
So I have
You are tall.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But to me, I think it has impacted a lot on me, because now I'm able to live anywhere.
Yeah.
That
Like that adaptability,
skyrocketed.
it really
No,
has.
I guess that's one of the pets.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it doesn't work that way for everyone.
True.
Exactly.
True.
You know,
True.
because people process things differently. You know, for your siblings,
Some can even withdraw.
yes,
Yeah.
they might not even want to make friends because they feel like life is fleeting for them.
Yeah. So
They might not
noise.
catch up with this person for a long time and please, let's just keep it moving. So
Or
life
they're
might
just tired of making new friends. Or
yes, because they'll still leave them behind.
Mhm.
So it's different for everyone.
That's
you
another
know?
perspective.
Do you know how can parents, we as parents now,
Yeah.
help our children navigate that?
Because moving is constant because
Yeah.
the kind of job a parent does.
Yes.
Like it's moving.
So, you know, this kind of things sometimes it also boils down to the kind of relationship
You have with your children. Okay.
So, if the child is a kind of, maybe you've built some kind of understanding
Mm-hmm.
with the child, and the child knows, okay, my parents have to do what they have to do.
Okay.
I can also make this moving easy for
them.
everyone, you know. So, they understand.
Mm.
And then over time, you try to reassure them, one day, it won't have to be this
Like
way.
this.
This is not how life is going to continue being for us.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing this for a great cause, and we believe that it's going to be beneficial for the family.
Everybody.
You know, so it's not easy trying to talk to a child, and I mean, there's human
communication.
Yes,
Mm.
communication, great communication with a child
Yeah.
establishes that understanding you need. You know, so that's
And I feel some things that we should also do is to talk with them when you enroll them into new schools. You can talk with them, talk to the teachers,
great.
their teachers, and explain to teachers, okay, they're new here.
Yeah,
It's easy on them.
Yeah.
They can be withdrawn at first, or maybe if they are the type, because some they don't mind anywhere they are, they're just going to show
blend
themselves.
right in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So,
But when we say this about kids, what do you even say about adults who have to move, like in the Nigerian slang, japa? Just it might look, like we can cheer them from afar and say how brave they are, but they are going through a lot because of, if you look at it, they have a lot of lonely nights, having to adapt to new culture,
and then the people will talk about how they don't get access to Nigerian food.
Yeah,
how they have to eat like several things that their body don't agree with, but they are like, okay,
they have to endure, a lot of work conditions.
They miss anniversaries, birthdays of their loved ones, certain celebrations, and then they just end up doing like Zoom calls. But look at it. They have to do what they have to do.
Like enduring a lot of work conditions, a lot of things. Those ones are the ones mourning the real loss.
Yes.
Moving from one region to the other. There's a lot going down.
Yes.
Having to adapt to a culture you're not used to, navigate that community, especially when the language is different.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
too much.
Really a lot. I wonder what it is like.
Do the seriousness of this has made a lot of people come back even when they jackpot. Maybe they call it jackpada. They jackpada even after they jackpot because of the fact that they can't even adapt.
It's a lot.
They've tried and tried.
And you can't really blame them. Moving for greener pastures.
Yes. So, some of them, they actually didn't want to move.
Yeah.
But maybe
conditions,
family backing, conditions. So people have to move so they can also help family, help their siblings and all that. Yeah. But the thing now with this jackpot syndrome and effect it has, people lose communication with their friends, families. You might have a very close friend before they relocated. Their work hours, maybe you work shifts.
Yeah. Time zone.
It's not favorable because I actually do have like a couple of friends and even like my family.
Mm-hmm.
And they travel, you barely hear from them, except maybe there's like something is happening. You call their attention to it. Before they tell you they have a meeting or they are running for something. And
yes, it must be a lot for them.
Yeah, this because they would also be feeling it the same way.
This particular thing you're saying has made me look at my sisters as my best friends. Should I call them best? Yeah, my best friends. Mm-hmm. Do you know why? Because because of the movie, I don't have constant friends.
Yeah.
So a lot of people tend not to have constant friends because of the whole.
You just stick to
moving
family.
thing.
Because,
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I came to Abuja, because it was married that brought me to Abuja.
Oh.
So I was in Lagos too. And I moved to Abuja. But for me, there were a lot of culture shock.
Yes.
You know, for the fact that in Abuja, before they open shop like this, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock, I have to go and drag them from their houses if I know their houses.
I think it's like this laid back thing.
Yeah.
Like,
there was
the zeal is not there. Like, so I feel like some Abuja residents need to touch, like, be in Lagos, maybe for like a few weeks, and then come back. There will be the fire,
especially business
in them.
Yeah.
Especially business.
You might want to patronize a shop, and then you go and they tell you that we never open.
Like,
what do you mean you never open?
You just see them
10 by 10,
like padlock.
And then you're like, what are you doing in your house?
Like in Lagos, during like work hours, and you see a shop padlocked, you might feel like maybe tax force has locked the shop.
Yeah, it's not like
maybe they didn't do sanitation and their shop is locked, or maybe the owner is sick. But here it is just counts as enough. You can't complain. It's their shop. You wait for them. You don't want to go somewhere else. You know, so it's different.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things you experience, and you see the way people are. So I'm telling you that in Lagos, down to midnight, there are some shops that start operating late at night because they feel like that's when their customers maybe after club customers, people coming back late from work, people going to work at that time. They are functional. You know, you can't go to a whole street. Lagos, let me say like Broad Street, like Lagos Island, or like somewhere that bubbles and at night they are all closed. Then maybe there's oral or there's something happening that everyone is just and you have to increase your steps. You know, so it's not the same thing.
After the whole thing, after adapting, I managed to make 3 friends. In fact, should I even say 2 friends? Yeah. And those 2 friends left the same year.
What?
Yeah. How do you honestly? But do you know, because of the fact that I've wired my mind to, because that thing has subconsciously affected me or impacted me, like the whole moving thing, yes. So I've wired my mind, I will just call them, okay, you guys are leaving me, no wahala. Yeah. So for a while, I didn't have friends. I didn't even have the intention of going out to make new friends and all that. It just felt like a lot of force. Yeah, seriously.
But you see, that's, you think it's, a way of you adapting. But the way I see that that's what, moving has actually done.
Yeah.
So you are laid back from trying to make new friends. Yeah.
But that's true.
So because it might look like you're adapting, you know how to adapt. So if you go talk.
But subconsciously it still comes to life.
But that's the flip side of you because you're not so eager to make friends.
Yeah.
I think that's a little sad part. Yeah. So Enigma woman. So, you shared your story while we're having these conversations. You moved from Lagos.
Okay.
You had to shut down your business, and shut down everything about Lagos and moved, right? And today we're in the art studio. You are an artist. You had your, first exhibition, which I was there, and that was a lovely experience. So that's like a sharp bend in your life trajectory and journey. How did we get here?
Okay, I would give all thanks to God, most importantly, because I lost myself after moving, getting pregnant, and having a child. This is like so far away from what I wanted to do.
Yes.
Yes. Even if it took me so long to arrive there at what I wanted to do. But we thank God. So now moving, first of all, disorganized me. There was barely anything for me to grasp when I got here, and I had to fall back on family business, which is still my day job. I'm still a hospitality manager. So aside that, I still did not feel enough. I still felt like there is this void somewhere that needed filling. I felt empty most of the time.
Wow. And
then having a child and, gradually creeping into my 30s, and it was a lot for me to deal with, And then this year is 10 years post-graduation. 10 years I finished university.
University, yeah.
So there was a lot to keep me depressed. So
But who's counting that?
who's counting? But
Too much.
innately, some way, somehow, you feel something like it's not even about your mates getting ahead. It's about you. I know that I have ambition. I always said, "Oh God, what's my talent?" And then when I see certain trivia questions, when they ask, "What's that thing you really want to be so good at? What do you wish to be talented in?" I always say art. I love art. I see things, like my friends know, I see something and they'll be looking at the same thing, but we're not seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
I see something differently and I can make sense out of it. Like, we can just be taking a walk and my friends will just ask me, "What do you think that thing is?" And I will tell you a story. Because when I was little, I used to draw. Yeah.
Oh,
I used to draw.
really?
It actually stemmed from story writing. I like stories.
Wow.
My imagination is amazing.
Yeah.
So I like stories and I used to draw my casts. When I'm done telling the story, I would draw the Okafo, I would draw the Okonkwo, I would draw everybody I talked about.
Written and illustrated by.
So,
wow.
So that made me, whenever it is I pick up a book and it doesn't have pictures, I drop it. So when I was in school, I had a certain decline in my studies because every time I pick up something, it's just writing. There is no drawing. There are no pictures. What am I supposed to feed my memory?
Yeah.
Just letters. So
Wow.
after that, my father was like my ops. So I would say my father was like my opponent in that area.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want me to draw. He felt like I was going to be useless out of it. Like, who, of course, parents, who is that person that is an artist that they can use as an example? They always want to compare you with somebody who
is a doctor.
They don't know anybody, but I know people. I know Salvatore Dali, I know Pablo Picasso, I know Frida Kahlo, I know a whole lot of artists who are amazing at their craft. And I want to say I look up to them, I admire them, but I want to be better. I want to have a signature art style. I want people to see my work somewhere and just get stupiders. I actually want to
well on that way.
I don't know, but my friends think so.
I think so.
I want to be the kind of artist that parents would want their children to be like. Because my parents didn't have anybody to place me side by side and say, "Okay, is this who you want to be like?" So my father actually shut down drawing for me. Yeah. So I left making art, the scribbles and doodling for over 15 years. And then the magic story, should I say that?
Yeah.
So the magic story was that on my birthday last year, November, I traveled to Ghana briefly, and I wanted a rest time. I didn't get the rest time. I mean, traveling with a toddler is like carrying over your chore.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
you can't
changing location.
So I started feeling inspired. Like, I need to do something. Like, something is pushing me towards a direction and I can't even place my hands on it. But I need to do something. This was just November. It's not even up to a year.
Yeah.
And I need to do something. And then I traveled, I came back. And then I remember an artist that I know. He made art for apartments, a few apartments I manage. And he told me that anytime I'm ready to learn art, because I see the way he draws, I'm like, I want to draw like you. I said, whenever I'm ready, I should come to him. He'll teach me. I came back from Ghana very motivated. Oh yes, I need to, do something so I can keep vacationing like this and all that. And then I went to his art stand. And then I asked of him and I met someone that's like an assistant. And I said, "Oh, where's this person?" And he looked at me like, "What am I asking?" I was like, "Yeah, where is he?" He said I should come so that he can teach me. And then he told me the person's dead.
What?
Yes. Told me the person's dead.
Wow.
A few people know the story of this particular person. The person's dead. And I fell to my knees. He never got to teach me. And he just taught me something that you will never be ready.
Really?
If you sit down and say, whenever it is I'm ready, I'll start, you will never be ready.
You have to seize the opportunity.
So you have to, the moment it hits you, and you have the resources to execute. It might seem so impulsive. Like, what am I even doing? Am I sure I'm going to follow through with it? Just start it. You starting it alone.
You know, that's a story of
Oh
a
my
Enigma
God.
woman.
Mm.
Just you starting it alone
Mm.
is already the right step to take.
Yes.
That's,
You don't
you're
need
telling us
to
our
have
story.
everything. So after I heard of his passing,
Hmm.
I didn't even know if I should start again because I wanted to paint like him so bad. So that passed and I was still in shock. And then I had a friend back to Japaking that was Japaring too. You know, she had everything set out and all that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, so what can we do before you travel so that maybe like to make memories and all that?
Mm.
And surprisingly, algorithm just brought like a paint and sip, session thing to my feed. And I saw and I sent it to her. She was like, yeah, this is great. She would like to do. She has done the paint and sip before. I haven't. So, and I went to do the paint and sip. So as I was painting, the coordinator came and asked me if I was an artist.
Oh.
And then I was like, artist? What am I even painting? I was telling her what I was painting. Like, what is this thing I'm painting?
Yeah.
And then he took my work and he will definitely see this video. And he was showing other people.
Wow.
And he was like, this person made this thing. And they told me I should paint. Like, that was like the most encouragement I've gotten in my whole life. And that's what I want parents to do for their children.
Yeah.
Your child is scribbling that thing that you think is rubbish. But just you are doing a good job. Just saying that you're doing a good job. Do you know the kind of backing they have?
Motivation gives them.
Like, they kept telling me I'm doing well. Like, this work is amazing. This was actually in December because January she was supposed to travel. So this paint and sip was in December.
Not even up to a year.
Not up to a
You
year.
nurtured that.
So they told me that I was painting so well. And I don't know if my head was swelling, but it was swelling in the right direction.
Yes.
Because
It was encouraging you more.
oh my God, it was as if God was patting
Talking
me,
to you.
like telling me, this is what you need to hear.
Yeah.
This is what you need to know to continue.
Yeah.
And then I finished the paint. I think I have the painting somewhere. I have it here and I'm not selling it. Like, it's going to be passed down from generation to generation because that's what I'm going to use to tell my
your
story.
story.
Yes.
So, and then they kept telling me how
So
great I
inspiring.
was and all that. And then I finished it and I went home. I did not sleep. Like,
So
sleep
imagine.
left
See,
my
I'm
hand.
having goosebumps.
I did not sleep.
You know,
I did not sleep. I kept thinking about all the amazing things I could do. But then, I think the reason why I wanted to be taught by someone, why I wanted the guy that passed to teach me, because I know how to draw, but I don't know how to like use the brushes. Like, you know, there are so many things to
Mix and
learn
match.
as things advance. Yeah,
Yeah.
match colors. That's where the internet came in. YouTube, Pinterest, I started reading, I started checking for things. Yes, I started, oh my God, how to draw 101, how to paint 101, how to mix and match colors, primary colors, secondary colors. I started learning everything. And then January, I think it was 13th or 14th, the day she was traveling, I came out from the house and then I first went to the arts material shop.
Yeah.
And I was just asking them, what's this for? They said, oh, this is charcoal brush. This is this. I was just dropping it in the cart. At the end of the day, I paid. The art is expensive because I paid a lot to start, but it was worth it. And it still is worth it because I made folds of that money.
Wow.
So I put everything in the cart. I met her. I was holding an easel, like the art stand.
Yeah.
I bought my art stand for the very first time. I bought everything. And then I saw her. I bade her farewell. And then she just told me, like, she's very proud of me. I should just keep at it. Like, the talk she gave me was like, I felt like God was urging people to talk to me about this thing.
Into that.
I don't know, but months down the line, I'm very grateful for the people along the way. Even my friends too talk to me about like, the art thing is nice. I should keep on. Like, I even took them back to the place.
Imagine we had a fight or something.
Imagine that place I did the paint and sip.
Yeah.
They requested for an art piece I made. They still have my work there in their gallery. Yes, you know, they have my work in their gallery.
That artwork was
Oh my God.
good.
Like, the day I brought the artwork there, like people came, they looked at it, they asked to see the artist. And I was so naive, but I was engulfed with happiness. Trust me, the day you find your purpose in this life, you know that you've been incomplete. The day you find that thing that God has said you should do. Okay, so that aside of, you know, when I started doing it small and all that, and then I started having like deja vu moments. When I do something, I feel like I've done it before. And then maybe it started hitting me that I could have dreamt of this moment, you know, because I used to have certain dreams that were like wake up calls. I'll be dreaming when I'll be somewhere. I'll just be walking towards like a podium. a lot of people around me be asking, "How's the family? How are you?" Like people are standing to see me. It was like an exhibition, but me like in the Louvre.
Yeah.
My dreams.
Oh.
Like I've never had people gather for my sake before. I really don't have anything going on that should bring people in like it because I'll part just services, logistic, the delivery, that and all that. So this is the very thing that will bring people for my sake. So having my first exhibition was like, this is what God wants you to do. And surprisingly, surprisingly, after I started like buying all my art stuff, making art, I stopped having those dreams. Those dreams that felt like
I think it has fulfilled its purpose.
Yeah.
This is so inspiring.
I stopped having those dreams that felt like I'm going somewhere. And you cannot imagine that in the minute I walk towards the podium, that seems like I want to maybe like take a mic or know why I'm there. I woke up. So it's like I don't reach that place that I want to get to. But people are gathering for my sake. What are they gathering for? You know,
and it's playing out.
Yes.
So it's amazing.
It was like I don't need to have so much to create this much. I just need to start. You see, you know, so it's been
the power of
oh my God.
I
always tell people just start.
Has somehow interconnected the passion.
So I told myself that if I did not arrive here, if I wasn't here, I probably would have been playing small because I believe that all those years I was so proud of my work. All I've been doing, I've been playing small.
Yeah,
it wasn't my calling.
So
In fact, I was just building up.
You know what? From going with through to this podcast and speaking with you, I could see the lights in you talking about your passion. Yes, this energy you're giving me is quite different from the beginning of this conversation. It shows that
you're passionate about
what you want to do.
I love
because
your
so much. Eyes are lit up, your voice is loud. You are really expressing.
Like you know, I can preach art, you know, but. Surprisingly,
you're actually preaching it.
Surprisingly, whenever I talk about art, people feel like maybe I'm talking about like drawing a face or like making portraits or like drawing a person. That's limiting. I do not, and I will not have one art style. I feel like the amount of confinement it gives is like I'm in chains. Why do I draw a particular way? You know, I can scribble on pots. I can sculpt things. I can paint faces. I can do whatever it is. Like it has to be as expressive as it should be. So if you're making art,
I think art is that one thing that takes you.
It frees your mind.
You possibly could conceive, right?
Exactly. So you could make something so deep, anything. So it shouldn't just be that pick up a pencil and pick up paint and just paint a face. Don't limit yourself. Do more. That thing that seems like it makes sense to you, it will make sense to somebody. You know, so that's why whenever I make art, I'm not fixated on, let me make money off this. Let me make millions. I know I will. My work will speak for itself. I'm not looking for people who want to buy art to just hang in their homes. They have the free space. I'm looking for collectors. People who see value in your work. People who tell people, they say this thing, they have guests, they tell the guests, please come, I want to show you something. And tell the guests, what do you think this thing is? Conversation starters.
Yes. You come to people's house, that's the art collectors. They take you on a tour of their house. Exactly. Picked over the years. You know, I got this in this.
They tell you about this work, they tell you about the artist, they tell you, do you know this is a female's handprints? Do you know this artwork was made with fingerprints? Do you know they were drawn with fingers? Like they tell you intricate things about the work because they value it. You know, so you do not have to limit yourself in any way or form.
You know one thing about
that's
art,
just it for me.
You know, when I went for Justice's first exhibition, you know, I like I was telling your husband the other day, I was like, I cherish this experience because me, I want to say I'm a lover of art, but how I will appreciate art is when I am privileged enough to see the artists and ask them questions. Because I would like to know what was going on. I mean, what is going on rather behind the scene. How did you conceive this thought? What state were you at that point in your life when you made this? So that experience for me is how I connect with art. I don't just like to go to museums and just see art everywhere. I'm like, I mean, if the artists were the best, now we love to see them. The spirit of the art. Because for me, that's the spirit of the art. You know, we're taught that sometimes we go behind the letters of the law and see the intention of the draftsman. Who drafted this, or why did I draft it? So that's how I can connect with art. If I see an art, the other day I was asking a lot of questions. So when she told me one particular one, it immediately resonated with me. And I told myself, I want to get this piece. Right? So that's a very cherished experience for me when I see artists.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know this art thing has really helped a lot of people?
Yes, it has.
Because even personally, I was saying last the year my friends traveled, so I stayed a long time without friends. I didn't have a lot of people. So and my daughter is like when you're explaining it, I'm just I'm just remembering, and I'm thinking of she loves art and what she has loved art.
We should bring her here.
I would definitely want to paint with her.
It should be her like her one of our best moments ever, because in fact she made me start paint and sip.
Really?
And that made me start talking to people and making new friends.
I mean, we should actually do something about that paint and sip, because we're entering like the festivals.
Yeah,
we have things that we can organize.
Seriously, and she loves it a lot. Because of that, it has helped me balance myself, my mind, my social life after moving.
Yeah.
So somehow they are interconnected.
Yeah.
Should I even say art and moving are interconnected?
Yes,
But the moving thing makes you find a passion again. It makes you open to new ideas, to new opportunities, to new friendships, to new even careers, because you didn't know you were going to start this before you moved.
Okay, there's actually something I wanted to add. This is actually something from my mother. So I want to say that I'm living my mother's dream. So growing up, she loves art. She used to draw for us. Whenever we come back with assignments that involves like diagrams and all biology and the rest, she used to draw anatomy, skeleton, and all that, map of Nigeria. She used to draw it for us, and we were so amazed. And I think maybe I picked this side of this side of it from my mother. Yeah. And she always wanted to go back to school.
Side.
Yeah, and I'm glad she's
but because of children and responsibilities of a mother who had children back to back, she didn't have the opportunity to go back to school. So whenever I talk to her about my art, she's very supportive. So she feels like as she didn't do this thing and I'm doing it, I'm adding more years to her life. She's very, very happy I'm doing it. And I'm
to see you live.
Yes, I'm glad that I have a family member who wanted to do this, but didn't go through with it. And now because of age, she just is a spectator. She just gets to watch. I show her what I painted in the month, and she was like, "What is this? This is nice. How much you said?" I tell her the price, and she's like, "Jesus, this is." She doesn't know the value, but she knows how beautiful it is. And then I tell her, "Mommy, do you know that I can sell an art piece of $1,000?" She'll ask me if they are thieves buying the artwork from me.
They're not.
For me, they're invaluable.
And then I show her,
it's not amount of money that will value on art.
She doesn't know about digital arts, the NFTs and all that. So when I tell her that there's an artwork now that someone can sell for $1 million, and then she tells me that those people are thieves, that she don't buy it, nobody can buy it. I tell Mommy, don't worry.
Do you know, let's even talk about that side, because a lot of people, especially in Nigeria, they look at it like that.
Yes.
When a piece of art is priced for a certain amount, and they look at it like
okay, so let me tell you something. When I did my exhibition that night,
did you have people like that?
So when I did my exhibition that night, I noticed something that some people, it's not like they don't like what you do.
Yeah.
They feel like, why should I buy a piece of work for 500? But some other person will see and like, oh my God, please put a red tape on it. Because when I put a red tape on my work, then just put a red tape on it and call out ridiculous. And they buy it on the spot. And this is like the very first time in my life I've had like over $1 million at one spot being sent for my work. And I'm not moved. Because it's not about money. I am so happy that somebody values my work enough to put money in my hands for it. Like, it's so important.
And then, when you change that value, you're going to make thousands of money, millions of money.
Yes, so it's not about the money anymore. It's that I want to make myself a household name. Like my whole self. I want to be, when people are talking about my work, they're talking about me too. They're talking about my story. They're talking about how far I have come, or things that have to do with you person.
When someone is passionate about something,
Yeah.
they are not money conscious.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
It's not
No
money-
matter whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
if you're money conscious,
Mhm.
You lose
you're
the plot.
passionate.
You know the thing
definitely lose the plot.
I won't even say
about
it like that.
giving value and craving impact.
Yeah.
Money always follows.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you prioritize value,
Mm.
impact, touching lives,
Yes.
money follows.
Exactly.
All the time, money
Exactly.
follows.
You know,
So,
solving a problem.
yeah.
Mm.
It could be a demand problem. It could be something. But if you're passionate about that thing,
Yes.
money is just going to be the least of it.
Yeah.
You know,
It will just naturally
it will come
flow.
to
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
People
No.
who value your work, they will seek you.
Mm.
You know, so it's just like a thing in the Bible when they say your work
Make way for
will
you.
make way for
Mm.
you. So the way it makes for you could come in the form of pain, it could come, but it's prosperity at the end of the day.
Yes.
You will prosper in that thing you've chosen
Yes.
to do. You know, so that's what I feel. When I see young people and the person says they want to do art,
Mm.
even if you're just saying it in passing, I think it's serious.
Your story is so
I think
inspiring.
very serious.
It's so inspiring in the fact that you moved.
Yeah.
You know, you moved from a city that had a lot of potential, a bubbly city, right? A bubbly city. And then you moved to a much calmer city.
Yeah.
And I miss that uncertainty, that whole what do I do with myself?
Yeah.
You found something that truly and really speaks to your existence. That's
Yeah.
That's
quite,
beautiful.
yeah, that's beautiful. So this has truly been inspiring hearing you say all these things.
Truly
firsthand.
inspiring. I love it.
Wow.
I'm
So let's
very
get
happy
to
get inspired.
let's go get to the game time.
Game time.
I
as
put something for you. I
usual.
want to know if truly you love art as you say.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
I have something I asked. I'm sure when I'm very answered, I would really like to get your reply. Because if you
Okay.
truly love art, let's
Mm.
see the perspective on that.
Hmm.
But not to set you off.
It's
You trust
tricky.
me. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Don't trust her.
You know, she sent me something, I didn't even open it. I just felt maybe.
So let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay or move.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, you get a chance to move back home, but it means starting over.
Go back to Lagos.
Yeah. In this case, Lagos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect chance to
Maybe
move back.
starting over. No. Hello, Brian.
You're not moving.
So
No, I'm not moving.
stay.
Yes, I'm staying.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Why?
Okay. I strongly believe that I'm here to fulfill a purpose. And anything that makes me move back automatically
Would derail
sets me
you.
back.
In fact, I shouldn't even be asking you why.
Yeah.
Of course, you know why?
Haven't heard your story.
I already
Yeah,
know why.
that's
I'm
true.
very much here to stay.
So the second one, you get a job offer that doubles your income, or
Okay.
maybe triples it even.
Okay.
It's in a city where you don't know a single person. Stay or move.
This one is hypothetical now.
Okay. Outside what I have going on, just a job offer.
No, it's a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
Aside art, for instance, imagine you have a job offer.
That involves art.
No.
I'm not going.
Okay, anything in the trees must involve art.
It has to involve art. I feel like
That's what's going to take
I'm
me
going
out.
to go against God if I don't do what He has called me to do.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one, you quit your job to move abroad, but your dream company suddenly offers you double pay to stay. What's your decision? Stay or move?
I think
Let's even make more spicy. You quit
Okay.
your dream job
Mhm.
to go and pursue art somewhere.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, because of the uncertainty, you don't know if you're going to make it in that place as an artist. And all of a sudden, your company offers you triple the amount
to stay.
to stay back.
I'm going to go. Yeah,
Even with the money.
I'm going to go. Okay, I think my reason is that from my extensive reads about art, opportunities, doors that would open for me, I feel like international workers would be amazing for me. For you. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. So this one is really serious.
Okay.
You get a one-time opportunity
Okay.
to move to Paris and pursue your passion as an artist
Okay.
and exhibit in an international museum.
Okay.
But the condition
Is
you have to leave your family behind. This one is tricky.
That's the person was telling you about really
It's on the street, kids.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
or move.
Do I have to answer this one?
Yeah.
You have to read it out again. Read
Okay.
this out again. You have to.
I heard it.
Let me drum it more. You get a one-time opportunity. It's a one-time
Yeah.
One
to
time.
move to
Yes,
Paris.
to move to
What kind of
Paris.
opportunity is that?
Answer.
No,
One
you
time
might take my life.
opportunity.
Which one is one time?
No. See
The
now.
opportunity of a lifetime.
A
Let me put
lifetime.
it
It
like
will come
that.
I have to
again.
leave my family behind.
Yeah,
but
to pursue your passions as an artist and
For 1
exhibit
year.
in
Oh my god, my
international.
husband is going to be watching this thing. Whatever it is I say, please don't take it against me. This is fiction. It's not real.
I say I like this. I like what I'm getting
See,
from you.
condition is you have to leave your family.
And your child. You have to leave.
No, wait. Do I have to completely leave them? Like,
One
is that
year.
them?
1 year.
For a
You'll
year?
be back for a year.
For a year?
Mm.
Oh my god, why not? My husband will even encourage me. I mean, why not?
Okay.
Yes, it's like opportunity is going to be great for everyone.
So how are you going to deal with 1 year without your
Technology.
child?
Okay, yeah.
We're going to
right.
do video calls.
That's right.
I'll be painting on video call. They'll be seeing me that I'm not using my
They'll be
time.
seeing the painting.
Yes.
They'll be painting
Oh
with
my god,
them.
no.
Okay.
It was an opportunity. I don't know, man. I have to go.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
I really enjoy
Yeah.
this.
So this one is pack or leave behind. So when moving,
What are we leaving behind again now?
No, just listen to the question.
just calm down.
Okay.
Okay. So old friendship that no longer serves you.
Okay.
Pack or leave behind.
You're moving. So what are you packing with you? Old friendship.
Old friendships.
Why do I want to pack baggage again? It doesn't serve me again. Is it not? It's like
This guy.
like a package does bring inside my lovely luggage now.
God sell it to Iron Condemn.
Like, it doesn't serve me again. It's not coming along. Yeah.
Okay. More interesting ones.
Okay.
Your favorite street food.
You're moving to the city like your
Mm.
favorite street food.
Fuck takara and agege bread.
Let's say you're moving to somewhere else, abroad or somewhere that you
You're going
don't
to
have
pack it
that.
with you. Of course you pack it.
You pack beans now.
I'm not making a car.
I'll pack beans. I'll
You
blend
pack
when I get there.
Oh my god.
Okay. A diary full of old dreams.
I'll pack it with me.
Yeah, because is there anything like old dreams?
Yeah, there definitely would be something like old dreams.
Yeah, they should.
Yes,
Or
there
dreams
should
are
be.
dreams.
No,
They're
All
all
dreams,
dreams.
no matter how long or how.
no, they're all dreams because you're now towing a different route.
Yeah, but
That's
some
how
of them you hold on to them because this is
Yeah.
what I would have been.
Hmm.
But we might never know what would have come out of that. But
Yes.
But now
you
you're
have to hold on to.
following your passion. Wouldn't you consider those things old dreams? Because if they, let's say their dreams are sad art, and
Yeah.
other kinds of dreams,
Yeah.
right? Would you not consider that as old dreams? Or you just
Okay.
say never?
Okay, yeah. Never say never because I feel like I can be anything. I can be different things in one.
Yes.
One of those old dreams
Ah.
might serve me sometime.
Yes.
Okay, just like me, I studied psychology and I've always wanted to be a child psychologist,
Psychologist.
you know? So I like children. I love children, you know? But whenever I see a child throwing a tantrum or not wanting to do something, I feel like this child just needs a level of understanding that they're not getting. And I feel like I can be empathetic enough. I can fix myself in their shoes as a child who wanted something at a particular point and help them. So I might still decide tomorrow to pursue that. So I can't discard of my old dreams
dreams,
completely.
yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
So your sense of humor.
Dark. Very dark. Very dark.
But does this come out in your act?
Okay, yes, sometimes it does. Sometimes my act can be too serious depending on my mood.
Because the emotions,
Yes.
the whole emotions, every
Act
single
is
part
very
of it.
emotional.
Yeah.
Like some art pieces I make when I'm upset,
Mm.
when I'm going through stuff. And at the end of the day, when I look at the artwork, I see the emotion I felt at that point there. You know, so same way it happens with humor.
Mm.
When I make certain things and I make the activity like crooked or something, and I'm like, this is a good laugh, you know. So
Yeah.
I like humor. I like dark humor, you know. So it's my humor is as dark as the blind man's sides, you know.
And lastly,
Yeah.
comfort zone.
I just take your comfort zone when you move.
This is the one that touches
With me.
every
Yeah.
mover.
Trust me, moving is not even comfortable. So, how do you even take a comfort zone? I mean, it's straight business. Something is taking you there. So, you can find a new comfort zone when you arrive.
Why should we even have comfort zone? Like me,
Trust me, we should. Life should always be so
yes.
serious. Sometimes it's great to have something you can just fall back on and be like,
relax.
Come to
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Look at it that way. I really enjoyed the time. I was like,
enjoyed the whole
what do you think?
Yeah. And actually, some of the questions I was asked here, if I was asked this a year ago, I would have given a very different
answer.
Yeah. Or even if I was asked like 6 months ago when I was still trying to like get a hang of myself, it'd have been different. But I'm happy that as I'm growing, my views and opinions on things are growing. Yes, exactly.
That one isn't sure.
So we might also bring this maybe in the next episode, and I might give you like, just know that I've grown too.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't stay the same.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all grown.
Yeah.
Change is constant.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Clock it.
Wait, do that one like I go.
Oh my god.
Okay, so thank you for listening to these very inspiring conversations. You know,
Thank you.
I'm sure our take home for this conversation would be, I know moving is going to take a lot from you, right? It seems that way, but it will give you what you need, because in that uncomfortable moment or corner of your life, you might just find that one thing that sets your soul on fire.
Yes.
You know, thank you for sticking with us to this point of the podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Please watch our videos. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. We want to see what you think about all this, conversations we've been talking about. And don't forget to follow us across our socials on Instagram, TikTok, and Thread at Enigma Woman Podcast. Until we come your way again with an interesting, inspiring conversations. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Enigma Woman.